Alright, here we go.
No Avni up. And it's a brand new instance.
Oh, he literally just missed it then. It just queued in.
What's up?
Said you literally just missed it then. This must have just locked. There's no other groups in here.
Oh.
So
back-
Weird. Yeah, we should have a dispel though as well for Avni. Here's our Avni. Everyone, make your way to Avni if you're not here ready. Essentially, we're gonna be down, take it to about 60%, then hold on our DPS a little bit. There are tanks that are gonna specifically be taking damage, try to keep them alive. They are building indom stacks, and all tanks have tank stance on them. Fluorescence, we're going to want to dispel shortly. Dispel that. Doesn't get dispelled, just respect the mechanic.
I got you.
Get out. First ion shot, we can pull it to the middle. Tanks keep an eye out where it's going. Tanks will usually be invulning this.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's ass. I wasted it.
Second dispel incoming. Another ion shower. If tanks take hits from this, they don't have their invulns available.
North edge.
If there's anybody in the instance that didn't get in the run and wants to get in the run, say something, say cookies or something in shout chat, because I have an 8th spot open.
Oh, we have an opening spot in group 5. Get out. And Avni is down. Everybody check to make sure all parties have the buff.
Yep.
Your party leaders will be putting out a macro that designates you a portal 1 through 8 and a group number. If you look into BA recruit or BA learning right now, you'll see a map being posted that divides Tydotus into 6 columns. Each column represents one of your group numbers. Top of the left to right, it's 1 through 6. The portal number you have is for the portal in your party's column. As I said, in a couple of minutes, blues will spawn. These are just kind of way markers for you to kind of be right around where you need to be, where your red will eventually spawn. Even if your blue is gone, make sure you use the map to get to the right location of where your portal would have been. When reds spawn, they spawn at random, meaning that even if a blue is not present, it does not mean your red will not spawn. At one point, when reds do spawn, if your red does not appear, Group 3's column is being left completely open. Immediately divert to the Group 3 portals and take them. Again, only head to Group 3 if your red does not spawn.
Say cookies if you want to come into the main raid and you have the Omni buff.
But wait till we get everybody in first. I want to make sure everyone in the main raid does get in. Reds are up. Go ahead and take them in. If your red did not spawn, divert to Group 3's portals and take those instead.
My entire team's in. Group 5's in.
5's in, good.
Good shit, good shit. Oh, fuck. Okay.
I think I've got 3 people headed towards reds in group 3.
The Baldesion arsenal.
Again, once you get in, you can pop your solo remember plate. You can pop the plates you plan on bringing for BA. Don't drop down off the bridge until you know where you're exactly going. You can also make new plates in there. There's just no Drake, so you can't break your logograms. There's also a Magia wheel if you want to change your Magia at any time while we're waiting. And then after that, you want to stand on the sides of the bridge, and ideally somebody will be handing out protectant shells.
Oh, scratch that. One person on my party didn't make it, but I'm hoping they're running for a red portal right now. I can't see them on the map.
There should be a red portal right at dormitory for them.
It's been a while. Can somebody confirm the recipe for death?
Recipe for death is dispel and raise. Sylvia, if you want to just return and go to that dormitory one.
Alright, everyone in group 5 is in now.
I'm still running to mine.
Yeah, 6 is waiting on 2 healers.
Are we gonna split sides or not? We're just gonna call them together.
No, we'll call them together.
Alright, sounds good. Hopefully our voices sound different enough, Mark.
One sec, we're still waiting for one person to get in, I believe.
Yeah. Hang on.
If you don't get in a portal, we'll wind up grabbing you in support. That's why support's still 4 of 8. Okay, so for parties, if you're in groups 1 and 2, you're going to be dropping... Oh, on the west side, if you look over the archway, there's a white banner. If you're 4, 5, and 6, you're going to drop on the east side. There is a purple banner over the archway. Again, 1, 2, and 1 and 2, white banner. 4, 5, and 6, purple banner.
We managed to get in after portals got.
Real
All
quick,
portals
just-
are taken. I didn't make it.
Go ahead and... No worries. Go ahead and DM Rylan, and Rylan will get you.
I am in, not out, because some mine went in before they finished. Yeah.
Okay, let's... Who's still out then?
Me, Naya.
And you're a healer?
Yeah.
Can you make sure support goes off? Hopefully your party will be fine without you for now, and we'll get you back in for support.
Yeah, that works. Oh, is Rylan
Okay,
in?
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Rylan.
confirm our wing side has it has a preceptor, right?
Big Green didn't make
Yep.
it. Fuck.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so go ahead, get your protection shells. We'll make this work regardless. We'll get our people that did not get in via support. Same thing, still everything is the same. 1 and 2 drop to the west side. And 4, 5, and 6 drop to the east side when you're ready. Tanks will be building stacks on the wall real quick, or just refreshing them. Let them take their 1 hit, and then when they're ready, they'll call to start killing these walls.
I'm so mad at this. You have no idea.
Alright, you ready?
Yes.
Alright, wing side, drop down, start hitting the wall.
Art side, you can start doing the same.
Can we just go in? Alright, we just go in.
And we're just going to burn both these walls down and make our way into BA. As always, telegraphs are the bane of your existence in here. Just be ready to move at all times and dodge out of any floor mechanic.
Okay, just be careful.
Okay. First thing you're going to see is Maguses and Vikings. Maguses do small circle AoEs on the floor. Vikings try to hug you and cleave you. Next, you'll be also coming up to a frog. It does a giant point blank or giant targeted AoE. Just be mindful to dodge it and be ready to repose and or sleep if it tries to cast Toy Hammer.
Do not
Toy
be...
Hammer and...
Oh, sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
Do not be in front of a Biblos if it gets stunned, because as soon as it recovers from stun, it will immediately turn in and cleave the main tank.
Oh shit, magic.
Same thing art side, we're getting our first Biblio. He will turn to cast Magic Hammer, but once he gets stunned, he will immediately cleave the main tank, so never dodge the tank. And usually tanks will try to stun Magic Hammer before it goes off. No white mage, you stay away from me.
Oh. Alrighty, who is my main tank for Owain?
I can do it.
Raise your hand in the air and raise them like you just don't care. Come stand up here real quick next to me.
Watch out for the tail smash behind the...
Who said that they could do it? Okay. Everyone go ahead on Owain's side, mark Argante, and healers just keep an eye on them.
Whoa.
Watch Magic Hammer. Don't dodge the tank. Okay. Art side, especially for the new first timers, respect Art's mechanics to the best that you can. He does a donut and a point blank, and when he has spears out, they'll mimic his attack afterwards, which means if it's a donut, you need to hug Art in order to dodge it, and the moment that donut disappears, you're immediately going to go hug a spear. Likewise, if it's a point blank, you're going to get away from the boss, and then you're going to immediately get away from any spears as well. With that being said, everything else will be handled in calls. Just remember this is a physical raid wide that they do, so feints for melees is very useful. Step into the arena on Art's side if you're ready to go.
Alright, everyone for Owain. If I say get to fire, get to a fire spear. If I say get to ice, get to an ice spear. And if we possibly even see the Doritos, Doritos will stack south of the boss. If you have a Dorito and you're not stacked with the boss, well, die, I guess. There'll be 2 other AoEs, and you just get those out of the stack. And that's it.
Faye, in my group, if you want to drop, and who is leading up support for this?
Me. Can can you shout something and drop your party?
Bella, if you want to drop party, you'll get you in support to make sure you get into the raid as well. We've got time for that later as well. So step into the arena if you're ready on Art. Perfect, there we go. Fatalist, you good? Okay, Art's in. How's Owain?
Everyone in Owain is in. Also, Owain, make sure you have Magia auto on because he will be shifting between elements quite frequently in this fight.
Okay, with that being said, we'll start a 15-second countdown in 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Limit breaks loose, whatever ones you got. Main tanks will establish haste. Both sides will be a tank buster first. Nothing to worry about too much.
Right call.
Art, be ready to move, point blank or donut. Followed by the opposite.
Raid wide. Mitigate. Tanks out.
Art, collapse back in. Stack up for heals. Physical raid wide coming out. Paints and reprisals.
Alright. Spears are coming out. And everyone's gonna get to an ice spear. Get to an ice spear.
Art, our spears are coming out. They're cardinal directions. He's going to do a point blank or a donut.
Alright. Everyone back in.
And then the moment this donut disappears, hug a spear. Hug it now.
Owain at 10%. Tank Buster.
Raid wide again.
Owain's done. Everyone switch to Magia Defense. Raid wide. Mid it.
Okay, Art, this is going to be a point blank myth call, so it's automatically away from the boss, away from spear. Pre-position if you're ranged, you got plenty of time.
Owain, everyone get to a fire spear. Go ahead and get to a fire spear.
Dead.
Alright, good shit. No one's dead on Owain's
May I know
side.
who I was inviting again? Sorry about that.
Paula,
haven't
F-A-Y-U-L-A.
Feilu Mignon, is that it?
Yes.
Okay, because they didn't shout anything, so.
No worries. Just be mindful after the second set of stairs, there's a trap. Receptors are going to go find them, and then we will proceed into the next room, which has 3 bleed traps. Be mindful of these bleed traps, pull things to the stairs until we're ready to go in, and some of the traps are percepted so we don't blow them up. Grabbing this Sprite, again they magic aggro, so tanks usually want to pull them as soon as possible. They can only be interjected in order to interrupt their cast of Banish 3, which is an AoE that'll kill people. That Calcut's pulled, it's already been death, but it does a giant cone, so it's always faced into a wall, that way it can't hit anybody.
Okay, makes sense.
If a Centaur's pulled, it needs to be slept when it starts casting Berserk, or people will die as well.
Okay.
Maguses are pulled, so now you just gotta watch the floor as well.
Get into next center.
Yep. Again, Centaurs are only scary when they're casting Berserk. Once they've been slept, they're essentially trash mobs like these Maguses. Just watch those floor mechanics. Those are some spicy Starstorms.
Mark, I'm gonna do the thing later.
What thing?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm on ninja.
Don't.
Why not?
Because we need traps. Make sure you grab the chest at the back of the, Yep, tanks will go re-up Indom stacks on Owain's side. Grab the chest at the back of this room, make your way to the riding arena. If there's someone in my party that wants to throw up way markers while I do Indom. Way markers for any party is A to the north, B to the east, C to the south, and D to the west, just the cardinal directions. Tanks on my invuln, wait a server tick, then walk in.
Wait a server tick, then walk in. What does that mean? Okay. Shinzan Tetsuken.
We good.
Do I need to invite other people to support? Before I start filling it. Anyone else that
Paolo
got
was
their
a-
portal snipe?
What?
I think they were the only one, unless someone can speak up right now. I only personally know because they were in my party.
So I know me and
Okay.
a couple people were looking to join.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
there's a
Over
difference.
here.
I will
Over here.
prefer to invite the people who got sniped first, of course. so-
I'm
Me and Azaria
Unless-
from Group 1 got sniped.
okay. There you go. 2 of those people. That'll be 4 people. That'll balance out everything else. Then the other 4 people you can invite at your will.
Sorry, could you repeat the names again?
Azaria, Red Lynx, and Shirtle Boskage.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for actually voicing that out. It makes it a lot easier. So for this boss, we're not really going to do any explanations. If you listen to calls, everything will be fine. Just as a note, the boss is pulled to the B-way marker, so if you have anything like a star, Doten, or anything you're going to pre-position, you want to put it at the B-way marker. Tanks, if you want to keep your tank stance on, by all means, I just care that it's pulled to the appropriate place. Other than that, have at it. With that, I'm just going to see if everyone else is in the arena. Looks like we're good, so we will start a 15-second countdown in 4, 3, 2, 1, 15 starting.
Where?
10, 9, 8,
Okay.
7, 6, 5, limit breaks loose, main tank tavern, no limit breaks today. First thing you're going to see is Spirits of the Fallen, some magical raid wides, so Addles and Reprisals stay stacked for easy healing. Range, once you're healed up, you can go max cast range towards the D wave marker. This is the tank buster. Next, he electrifies the outside of the arena. Melee, his next cast ability is Amino Sakahoku. The moment you see it, you want to run towards the range. Everyone to the range.
God
He's going to
damn.
backflip on top of us, and you want to be in his hitbox. If you're not in his hitbox, you will die to a one-hit KO mechanic.
That shit.
After this, go to the thunder wall behind the D-way marker, tightly stack, we're baiting puddles. I'll tell you when to sprint, which is now, and we are running to the seaside. Seaside, seaside. Get onto the seaside and you'll dodge a half from cleave.
Oh, okay, got it. That's why he pulls the sword that way. Got it.
Another magical raid wide's incoming, Addles and Reprisals. Next is going to be Lancing Bolts. Several of you are going to get orange markers over your head. If you get these, spread these out at the edges of the arena. Try not to Venn diagram as it can kill people. Spread these spears out. Ranged, you're going to full focus these spears. Melees, you're going to stay on the boss. Burn those spears down. Another magical raid wide followed by Blooming Lament. You may not see Blooming Lament, but raid wide first. If you see the purple, get out of it, stay out of it. Get out and stay out. Perfect.
One dead. Yeah, one dead.
Okay, everyone grab your chest. Make our way up to this next room where there's a bleed trap. Just be mindful of the bleed trap. Tanks will start pulling wind mobs. If you can get off the stairs, all the better. Telegraphs look very weird on them. Again, as always, the bigger the mob, the more priority it takes. Like that Biblio, if it's left alive for too long, it'll cast a giant point blank, or a massive donut. You can just death them too. Next, we'll just grab this Biblio. Burn him down. And lastly, the Calculator Range. And that's down.
I'm gonna do it.
Again, just be mindful, there's a treasure chest you're going to see at the end of this room. Just be very mindful, there's a trap dead center to the left or to the right. Let it be percepted. And be very mindful. There it is.
Oh, shit.
Give it a wide berth, grab your chest, and make your way into the hallway. This hallway has rooms, and on each room there are multiple mobs. If you have tech step or size, be very mindful not to cast them in the doorway. Our essential goal is to clear out the mobs in the hallway first, and then we're going to start looking through these rooms for a portal and a treasure chest. Again, we do have 3 spites, which means 3 mobs that can magic aggro. The reason we don't go into these rooms is some of them have traps in them and they're million damage AoEs. So we always want to pull the mobs out to make sure that the Preceptors can go in there safely, as well as nobody else just runs in and blows one up by accident.
I think we have one person still down there and one person who has sack plates, but I don't think we have anyone else with sack plates down there.
Someone
Again-
just raised, but their sack failed, so I'll do it.
Okay. Just ensure we have that backup. Good. We have this next sprite. Vikings are already coming out. These are just small cone. Make sure they get controlled if they're not on the tank.
Yeah, he bounced.
Yeah, I bounced.
Okay.
But do we have
Perfect,
enough?
thank you.
How many people have sack plates?
There should be some. I don't know an exact count. Watch out for these calicos. There's that large cone. Be close and far enough away.
I will say this: it's dangerous for me to sack because I'm my group's only healer.
Okay. Then I wouldn't sack then.
Okay.
I have 2 plates as well, but I'm my group's only healer as well.
Why are y'all your group's only healers? What?
Okay, these 2 rooms are cleared out. Preceptors are going to go in there. We're going to get this last Viking, that is. In these 2 rooms, there are 2 traps in there. If the Preceptor finds both of them and they still detect a trap, it means the portal's in there.
Also,
Portal
dancers
is in ice.
and white mages don't use your AoEs.
To be a little more clear,
Okay.
don't use the AoEs in front of the doors.
So, with everyone else, we'll come back for the treasure chest that we don't know where it is unless someone saw it, but we can go through this ice portal. And as soon as you do go through it, to the right is another treasure chest to pick up. This next room is going to be very similar to what we just dealt with after Raiden, just different variances of mobs. We're going to have ice mobs instead of wind, 2 frogs instead of 2 biblios, the same Calca, and a ghost. There's a frog incoming too. Again, we just want to make sure that if it casts Toy Hammer, it gets slapped. Other than that, dodge their AoEs if they come out. Ghost is trailing in, I'm going to grab it. Ghosts just hit heavy. Not too much to worry about with them.
Oh shit! What the AoE? Oh, good thing I didn't get clipped. That scared the fuck out of me. You showed up so fast.
And Calico's full focus after that frog dies.
Oh damn, death. Okay.
And one more frog. Okay, Preceptors are going to go into each of these rooms to percept traps. We have 2 ghosts to kill in the meantime. There's a portal in each one of these rooms, and touching it in a cardinal direction is always going to be a trap.
What? Touching something in a cardinal direction is always a trap? What? What do you mean?
Okay, and this is the support rooms. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to divide up into our groups, and we're each going to go into a room. Because we're one party down, we're going to make a few augmentations to it, but from the north...
My guys can
on
go
the
in
north side.
three.
Hmm?
I have
well,
enough
don't
people
worry
to go
about that.
in.
What we're going to try doing first is, you can still go into 3 by all means.
Okay.
But on the north side from left to right, it's going to be groups 1, we're going to skip over 2, and group 2 is going to take the last room with whoever came in through support. On the south side from left to right will be 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
So again, north side, group 1 is the far left room, group 2 is the far right room. Essentially what's going to happen now is once all portals are covered, you'll see the portals chime, and ads will come out. Tanks, if you're the only tank in your party, throw on defensive stance, or throw on defensive magia of the element of the room, and have your tank stance on. This is one time where if you're the only tank in your party, you are required to tank.
Just to clarify, you want us going in with 2?
Yeah.
Cool. I picked up whoever was straggling.
Okay, once you do, ready to check up your parties. If you're 8 of 8, you'll have your tank stand in the portal. And ideally this will pop, and we'll be on our way.
Damn, what the fuck? Okay, that's for the...
So group 1 needs a tank or somebody really like.
We don't have a tank in the group 1. We need one here.
Spankage, do you want to make that work? If you're spare.
Spank is at the group 4 because we also don't have a tank.
Okay, you're Hara. Take over group 6. So which parties don't have tank?
It's 1 and 4. Spankage you into 4.
Rylan, take your group to 1 then, please. Okay. That way we'll have that covered.
Seriously, bro, this is exactly
Again, we'll give
like
them a
being
minute
on
to get to
tour
their
bus.
room,
There's, like,
and then
on
we'll
the
all
left,
stand
there'll
in
be a
these
trap here, so
portals,
don't go
and we'll
here.
spawn
All
at.
right, we gotta be hitting this thing. All right, here we go. All right, good stuff. All right, so next up here, you'll see this is the boss. It's a tour bus, and I love it. Too intense.
Alright,
What do you mean?
Group in there?
This is easy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's easy because we have people telling us what to do, right? It only becomes hard when there's stakes. Okay.
Group 5, you have your tank in?
There's like so little room for error.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, you said your
5.
heart's pounding every time an
Yeah,
AoE
incorrectly,
shows
sorry.
up? That's not that serious.
And 4 and 1.
Just make sure you have your Spirit of the Remembered. This shit? Spirit of the Remembered? Enable that shit? Like, that shit.
One
Chance
second.
for an automatic revival upon KO? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? What? Okay, man, you just put that shit on yourself.
Okay. I headed back, I'll step into the portal, ideally they pop, and we'll be good.
I didn't know which. Wow. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's see.
Is there a group not in yet?
What happens here? Yeah, what the fuck's going on?
Oh yeah, we're just popping the trap.
ads to show up.
Okay. Again, once your portal chimes a second time, if you're already standing in it, it means ads are on the way.
Okay. Should be good now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Grab your ads.
Well,
4,
let
be
him grab-
especially
let this
careful.
dude
Those
grab.
giant cones can catch you off guard. Be close to those calcabrinas or far enough away.
If anyone in Group 5 has Feint, as in the Logos action, please use it. These are wind mobs, they will dodge.
No, that just gives you a better chance of winning.
The fuck do you mean winning?
You heard me. If anyone who's new doesn't know, a lot of times on runs, these runs are considered races.
Oh yeah, in
Who
Group
can get out
5,
first?
in Group 5, you can stand in the AoEs, because it'll put you to sleep. And if you're doing a dance, you'll dance in slow motion.
Easy. Get the fuck out of here.
Pseudo support, good luck. We're rooting for you. At this point, you should have 11 Eureka fragments if you picked up every chest. There is one more we're going to get, but we're going to re-clear out the AV hallway before finding it and killing the mobs in the room.
Okay. Bro. It's not that bad, Tony. It's literally like, it really is just super easy. Like, this is nice. All we gotta do is not die, right? Easy peasy. I'll let tanks get the shit. Cool. I'll let the other guys go up and use the find the traps for us. All right, cool.
Mobs that we
Easy.
haven't killed are still in those rooms.
It's only made easy because we have an efficient group. If they do this every time, this is amazing.
Just as
Really,
a
the only
fire.
time you would die would be during the...
So, clear the hallway out and we'll double back.
The final boss.
Okay, the centaur, make sure we have sleep on it when it casts Berserk. And lastly, our Biblio. And that means support is dead, and everyone else will be joining us in 7 minutes. Until then, if you want to stand on the sides of the bridge just before these two pillars leading up to AV, someone should ideally be passing out, protect and shell for everybody, and if you receive it, just step beyond the two pillars. That way the person knows that you've already been handled and doesn't have to tab through all the character models. But this is a good time for a bathroom break or to grab a drink, anything like that. And we'll get on with Turbulent Ether explanations and the next fight.
Make sure to use /head layout.
That, step into the arena if you're ready. We're going to give this one a 25.
What?
What's that? Okay. Everyone's in the arena. I'm going to give this a 25-second countdown. We'll start 25 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 25.
Oh, okay, 25 seconds.
20. 15. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Limit breaks. Now. Thanks for stabbing. First thing you're going to see is a magical raid wipe called Meteor. When you see the cast bar, addles and reprisals. Addles reprisals, stay stacked for easy healing. Next he gets a set of bracelets and puddles appear on the floor. These puddles will double in size, so you need to get away from them. Get away from the light puddles, they double in size. There is melee upper time available if you know where to look. The moment these expand, dodge back into the boss. You're dodging Medusa's Javelin. It's a large cone. The closer you are, the easier to dodge.
Makes sense.
After this, stack up right behind the boss. We're going to get the next bracelet mechanic, which is the half-room divide of light and dark. I'll tell you where to go based on color. We're going to the light side when it appears.
Light side, cool.
Move to light.
Oh, it's based on what says aura.
Next will be a tank buster on the main tank. Just be mindful to be away from them. It is a small AoE around them.
Aura win.
Okay, next mechanic is going to be that floor puddle mechanic, except there's going to be 2 sets of puddles. Only the puddles matching the bracelets double in size. Get away from dark, close to light. Away from dark and close to light. There's melee uptime available. Back to the boss. Next will be another magical raid wide. Again, add up reprisals when you see it. Add up reprisals. This is going to be your first shot at Turbulent Ether. The moment the cast bar finishes, check to see you have a tethered orb, but don't resolve it till after Medusa's Javelin. Check to see if you're tethered. Bait the Javelin out. Resolve in a puddle of the opposite color, 1 person per puddle. Mod your defense if you can't do it. Away from the main tank. Tank buster going off now. Edge of the arena with the orbs if you can. And stack back in, double raid wide. After the second raid wide, he's going to start to leave the arena. The moment he does, stack dead middle, pop your Eureka potions, and do not follow any tanks whatsoever. Pop the potion. This is called the triple room split. 3 run right after the other. Ooh. I will tell you where to go based on these. Get to the dark side, heal through healers with shield. Get to the light side, dark side. Stay towards the middle of the arena. We're going to bait a radial. As soon as you see it, get away from it. Away. And back to the boss. Collapse back in. Medusa's Javelin's incoming. Next will be a tank buster, so situate yourself. Make sure you're not near the tank. I saved this guy. Next will be another magical raid wide. Again, add-ons and reprisals. If you dig deep enough, we don't have to deal with ads. Thanks. Just be mindful to grab them if they show up. Other than that, take them down. And there we go.
I died once. But I was rezzed.
Dead poggers.
So I was fine.
Make sure you grab your chest, leaving north of the arena exit. We do have just 2 more mobs until we get to Ozma. These 2 mobs do have a very dangerous mechanic called on Properties of Darkness. If it goes off, it's an AoE spell. It can take anything from your Remember all the way up to Indos stat. There is a dot limit in here, so we ask you to limit your dots on them to make sure that we're able to apply stun or sleep when they start casting the spell. Other than that, when we get a tank up there, we can start pulling these and burning them down. By the way, they're deathable. One down. Okay, with that, stand on the sides of this bridge for getting shelled. All damage in this entire fight is magical with the exception of the auto attack from the ads, so protect is not needed unless you're a main tank. I'm going to try to go over as quickly as possible the core mechanics. Just like AV, I will leave a lot out and handle it during calls. The first mechanic we'll cover because we see it so often. It's Black Hole. Whenever he transitions into a sphere, he's going to cast Black Hole. It's intended to suck you out of the arena and deposit you into high dottles. It is only prevented by having all 6 turquoise buttons covered and having everybody on a turquoise button. If you look in the arena now, you'll see the 6 turquoise buttons, 3 on the rings, 3 on the platforms.
Yep.
To make sure that all of these get covered, we ask ranged and healers to go to the turquoise button on the ring to the right of your platform, with tanks and melees going to the turquoise button on your platform. This makes sure all buttons are covered and everyone is on a button. One thing to keep in mind is standing on the button when all 6 are covered gives you a black hole buffer. This is the buff that will prevent you from being sucked out. So everybody needs to be on a button. Ranged, you have a little caveat today. Well, in general, if you feel you can't make to the button, but you know somebody is already there, just get to the nearest button available not to get sucked out. Going on to that, we'll go over to meteors. Meteors happen in 2 of the phases, Star and Pyramid. These are 2 large purple AoEs on each platform on 2 separate targets. They need to be resolved in a specific manner. One needs to be taken to the very back of your platform, Waymarker 1 location.
Okay.
The other one needs to be taken to the turquoise button on the ring to the right of your platform, Waymarker 2. Again, I personally call these out. Meteors out. Waymarkers 1 and 2 go. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and I'll keep saying it unless I see it resolved correctly. Once you drop these meteors off, they put radials on the floor, you return to the party to soak the damage. Tanks grab the adds, and then we burn them down before they have the chance to cast Tornado. Next big mechanic is acceleration bombs. It happens in Pyramid phase, and it is a time bomb debuff that if you're taking any action, including auto attacks, it will self-detonate, dealing 90% of your health and damage, and the same to everyone around you, and apply a damage down. My golden rule for acceleration bombs is always look at your debuff bar when you hear the call for them. If you have them, and they're ticking down to 5 seconds, at 5 seconds I personally fully disengage from the boss, sit there, and let it go away.
I mean, we did give it to him, but...
Ren, you want to mute yourself?
Good shit.
Again, so for acceleration bombs, just always cut yourself short a little bit, let the debuff go away, and you'll be perfectly fine. There's another dangerous part to this though. Meteors and acceleration bombs happen in tandem during Pyramid phase. You may get both mechanics at the same time. If it does happen, always resolve the meteor first. If you're naturally running away from the group to resolve the meteor, and the acceleration bomb blows up, A, it doesn't kill you, and the healers would much rather heal just you taking that damage than an entire platform. So it's a win-win, so always resolve the meteor first.
Okay.
Sticking with Pyramid phase, every shape has a unique auto attack. The unique auto attack in Pyramid phase is extremely unique. It is an AoE bleed auto attack that will first prioritize their targets on whoever's at the back of the platform beyond the ring. As a result, we ask one healer from each party to designate yourself as what we call a bait healer. When I say healers spread, they go to the back of the platform beyond the ring, and the bleed is targeted on them. They assume the bleed off of themselves, and nobody else gets hit by it. So each party wants to find out who wants to do that as well. We have one from each party, that way we have a backup in case something happens. With that, there's only 2 other small things I'll go over. Main tanks know what they're doing. For the most, main tanks know what they're doing, dealing with orbs. You can fall off this arena edge, be very mindful of it. If you fall off,
oh.
Well, sorry, I got a DM that Discord's been funky, and it's been funky today. Regardless, you'll still get all the explanations I'm saying right now in the fight as well. You can fall off the arena edge. If you do, you'll appear on self-platform either as a corpse or the remembered proc. If you're alive, repop remembered, and then try to get back to the platform that your party is on. Again, you may not be on the correct platform if you get pushed to south. And lastly is overload. If you hear overload called for any platform, it means a meteor's been misplaced. Distance is your friend. The more distance you can make, the less damage you'll take. Overload also just means throw Magia defense on, and tanks limit break if it's safe to do so. Other than that, everything else for this fight will be handled in calls themselves. With that being said, we will have groups 1 and 2 go to the northwest, 3 and 4 and support, 4 and support will go northeast. 5 and 6 will go to the south platform. Again, don't try to target Ozma right now, especially if you're a ranged DPS, because literally all of you seem like you are today. Again, an early pull can be very detrimental as we can't leave the arena.
South. Easy. Okay.
Quick question, Smile.
Yes.
How hard is it to solo heal Ozma?
It's doable, but no one's ever really solo healing. If
Okay,
you're in the same party, just focus on keeping your... Do you have a main tank in your party?
Doesn't look like it.
Focus on your party itself. Other healers will also be looking out for them.
Okay.
It's not terrible, and I say that as a person who's done it, and I don't like healing. But you got to burn magic bursts with sacrifices somehow.
Yep. And if I'm solo healing, I should not be sacking at all.
No, you should prioritize keeping everyone in your party up and go from there.
Okay.
And everyone else, remember, you have Eureka Potion. You have the ability to help your healers. That regen is no joke. At this point, healers will have sorted out who's going to be baiting. We'll do a ready checkup for each party and see if we're ready.
Alright, Tony, you ready? Easy wins, bro.
Group 2 is ready, Group 4 is ready. So, Group 1.
My fault.
Group 1's ready, Group 5, and Group 6.
Ready. Group 5 ready. Group 6
Perfect.
is ready.
And support.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, with that being set up, we'll do a 25-second countdown in 3, 2, 1. 25 starting now. 20. 15. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Limit breaks. Loose. Main tanks establish haste. Main tanks are taking heavy autos to keep battles and reprisals on this boss at all times. Healers also keep an eye on the main tank even if they're not in the party. Ranged Peepers is in the back of the platform. Melee, you'll go to the back of the platform as soon as you see him start changing shape. All 7 of them. Everyone to the back of the platform. We're dodging a point blank from him changing into a star. We're also going to remain stacked as we make our way back up to Ozma with soaking up the auto. Everyone walk up to Ozma. Next is going to be Shooting Star. It's a knockback emanating from the turquoise button on your platform. You want to use that gold ring as reference of where to stand to get knocked to Ozma. You may choose to knockback mitigate. Get knocked or knockback mitigate. Stay stacked for 3 autos and then we're going to have black hole. Once you see that 3rd auto, you're free to move. That's 1. 2. 3 to move to black hole. Everyone get to your buttons. Main tanks will be taking heavy autos all over them. Back to the boss. Next is the introduction of the shade mechanics. When the shades appear, they'll all be the same shape, and I'll tell you where to move based on which shade we get. Shades are up. Get to the back of the platform, hug that shade to dodge the donut. And back to the boss. We're going to get into the shade mechanics, and Ozma will also change shape, so it's a tandem attack. Dodge one, then dodge the other. Artside, you're familiar with this already. Shades are up, and we are getting to the back of the platform. Hug the shade to dodge the donut. And then we're going to sprint up to Ozma. Sprint up now, main tank to the right, party to the left. Main tank, you'll prepare yourself for your orbs. Again, you stack up marker. and Holy Knockback. Holy Knockback is a small knockback. Don't let it knock you off the arena edge. Now that you've seen that, the next thing you're going to see is that paired with a shade. If we're on the ring, be at the front of the ring. If we're at the back of the platform, leave that knockback distance so you don't get knocked off. Shades are up. Again, this is going to be paired with Holy. Get to the back of the platform, not too far. Holy Knockback. Back to Ozma. Main tanks to the right. 3 more auto attacks and then Black Hole will be imminent. That's 2. 3. 4. Well, he's going to change shape. Get to your button. Main tanks, heavy auto, cycle repeats itself all over.
Yo, we better not die.
Back to the boss.
Oh no, not Yomi.
Again, this will start with another shade mechanic, and Osmo will change into another shape as well. Stay at Osmo.
Stay at Osmo. You got it?
Yep. And then we're going to get to the back of our platform. Go now. As a group, make your way back up to Ozma. Meteors out in 3 seconds. You need to bring them to waymarkers 1 and 2. 1 and 2, go. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Return back. Stack for your party. You're going to take the damage and immediately get to the gold ring to get knocked to Ozma. Damage, knock.
Oh, shit.
Stay stacked. Your tanks are going to grab those adds and they become the highest priority. Burn them down. Help other platforms if you need to, or if the platform stole yours. So just like Cube Phase, we're going to get a shooting star with a shade mechanic next. I'll tell you where to go based on the shade. Get knocked to the back of your platform. Use that gold ring. Stay. Do not move forward. Do not do it. Now do it. 1 more auto, then range compete position. Melee, stay where you are and keep DPSing. Melee, you're free to move. Range, you're free to move. We don't have melee today. Everyone to your buttons. Main tanks, heavy auto. Back to the boss. 2 shapes down. Another shade mechanic, and Ozma changes shape again. Shades are up. Get to the back of the platform, hug the shade to dodge the donut. And then we're going to run off of our platforms now. Off your platform, off your platform.
Triangle.
Healers spread at the back of your platform. Acceleration bombs very shortly. Check your debuff bar, double check, disengage and take no action if you have one. Meteors out in 4 seconds. Waymarkers 1 and 2. Meteors go. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Stack back up. Healers included. Healers just spread the moment the damage goes out. Healers spread, grab adds, burn them just like you did Star Phase. Remain stacked while doing so. Actually, no, never mind. That's a Star Phase. Shades are up. This is going to be paired with Acceleration Bomb. Get to the back of your platform. Acceleration Bombs out. Check your debuff. Double check them. Disengage and take no action. Everyone back up to Ozma. Watch those Acceleration Bombs. Healers, stay with the stack. Healers will spread a moment the stack goes off. Healers spread, and we have 1 auto to Black Hole.
Shit. Easy.
Ooh, before anything
Cake.
else, that's an honest, nice save. That Acceleration Bomb was terrifying. If you are dead, do not leave. You can still get rezzed up with sack and people jumping off the edge. That was a very clean Ozma up until the very last second, which was terrifying, but we lived. Congratulations to all the first time clears. For anyone who's still in here, make sure that you go to the south of the platform to get your treasure chest. It has a Damascene Cloth, Cryptic Seal, Orchestration Skull, and 10 more fragments. Make sure that if you want to finish your storyline now, you take the exit provided. It takes you to the closest available spot to continue doing that. And for your mount, once you leave Hydatos, if you check your achievements menu, you'll be able to pick up your mount from there. If you did get sucked out, don't fret. There's still going to be plenty more runs happening all the way up until the end of the start of the new expansion pack and even beyond. And we had a lot of new time and first time people. It's like if you got sucked out, you saw a lot of the mechanics and explanations as well. You're going to come in here next time with a good frame of reference of what's going to happen and what you need to do. But as always, a learning run's never guaranteed a clear, but I will say
they pretty much
make it
are
happen.
if you just follow the directions, okay? Like,
I honestly hope people had fun.
Come on
it was actually a pretty nice, quick run. Still only an hour and a half with OVNI issues. But no, congratulations. And like I always say at the end of raids, like, we can't do this without people. I mean, the only reason it's been going this strong for this long is there's a big community about it that enjoys doing the content and just kind of chilling with multiple people instead of a party of 8.
Tony, did you backflip off the fucking platform? What the fuck?
All I have to say is,
Ah.
Sorry, I had a little freak out there with the acceleration bomb. I'm like, oh, I got an accel bomb, I'll just stop moving.
So-
Wait a second, I got a meteor, run!
How many times can you get the debuff? I don't remember what it's called, but it's just like thrice or twice come ruin. How many times can you get that before you just die?
3 times.
Surge strikes the charm.
Okay, cool.
No, that was spicy. Like, an acceleration bomb went off on my platform. And I'll be honest, like, even while I was doing calls, the person just said they had a meteor and acceleration bomb. I looked and I saw that corner, I saw that bomb blow up, and I saw where it was. I'm like, fuck yeah.
I just get PTSD every time I see acceleration bombs after my last run.
I don't know, but I remember on one of my first runs, it was someone blew up our whole entire platform.
That chat there. Let's see what happens. We have a plan. An idea occurred to me at the Waking Sands, you see, and I had returned to the Isle to discuss it with Ejika. Contingent upon the success of your mission. See that you didn't squander my efforts to send you to the upper level. It is as we had deduced, the weapons had gained sentience owing to their awakening as primals. Tell me, if Eureka were destroyed, what do you suppose would become of its ether? It would simply disperse, right? To spare you of Ejika's riddling, ordinarily it would return to the ethereal realm, right? But this is not the case when the weapons are near. Nay, being primals in essence, they would be quick to absorb such untethered ether, right? That makes sense? And thus were the weapons an impediment to the plan. I had conceived of a number of methods to defeat Eureka without the need to sacrifice my life. The most promising of these involves the use of teleportation. In moments before Eureka drains me of all my ether, I would retreat into the life stream to safely emerge after the Primal's demise. However, all it takes is one of Eureka's voracious weapons to cause the plan to go awry. Even should its maker cease to exist, there is a high probability that it would consume my ether ere I could make good my escape. Does that make sense? But lest you wonder, my idea was based on Ishtola's use of flow to flee into the life stream. I put it to Ejika, but of course he had already considered it and explained to me this caveat. Thanks to you, adventurer, the weapons are no more. Naught remains to hinder the execution of the plan. We may now defeat Eureka while ensuring Ejika's safety. I shall stand at the ready to deal with the unforeseen. Well, I suppose your assistance would be better than none at all. I'm in your hands, Primal. Damn! He said, I'm in your hands, Kryl. A smug ass fucking look. He's like, oh yeah, I knew I'd fucking win. I knew I'd survive. I'd be fine. The risk was small, I couldn't help but feel nervous. On that, we are in agreement. I must say I'm a little tired. Let us return to the camp, then. I dare say you've earned a good rest. We'll go on ahead. Come and see us after you've made your own way back.
Okay. Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
'Twas a long and arduous road for you, not least of all, but we finally did it. We defeated Eureka. If truth be told, I did not expect that you would rally so many comrades and destroy all the weapons. You are a paragon of your kind, adventurer. Should the opportunity arise, I shall look forward to depending on you again. While I do not rightly recall a time when Educa admitted to depending on anyone, you may consider that an honor, Tycho. Bruh. Bruh. Now then, as much as I'd like to linger and savor our success, I do have other responsibilities. I shall be on my way. Thank you, my friend, for everything. Take care, Educa. You too, Cryle.
Huh?
Allow me to thank you as well. None of this would have been possible without you. Should your path ever lead back to this isle, know that you will always be welcome here.
Finito. Finished. Fin.
Really making the most of Hydatos. Let's see. Truly complete all the story objectives within the Forbidden Land, Eureka Hydatos.
If I get that, I get the 3-headed dog mount.
Tony, what I tell you? That was a tour bus.
Bruh,
there was no room for error.
Dude, you died once. I died twice.
I died 3 times. I don't know what you're talking about. I got rezzed all 3 times by this Spirit of the Remembered.
Wait. Oh, really? I didn't see you die. I saw you died once.
Oh yeah, because like I died and then got rezzed back immediately because of the skill. 70% chance of proccing.
Really?
Yeah, bro. That was a skill that they were asking you to have.
Oh, yeah. The one skill I didn't have on me at the time because I didn't know what the logo combo was for it.
It was pretty cheap. All you need was like a Spirit of the Aether Weaver, Plate Bearer, and the thingy.
I have all
it was
those
like
Spirit Weavers.
the super easy ones
I have
to get.
them. I have them. I just didn't know the formula to get it.
Yeah.
I didn't Google it in time. That was the problem. But I got my mount, and I have to say that conclusive ending is enough.
Yeah, that was good enough for me. I liked it.
Bruh, Pearl can't kill Giovanni still.
She's still doing that?
She's talking to me like in private mode, talking to me about like ideas to how to kill that fucking Persian because she can't kill it with Machamp anymore.
She's done, bro.
The Machamp keeps dying somehow. I'm like, how?
Persian's the first Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, but like she can kill it eventually, but she wastes like another Pokemon taking damage from it.
I mean, to be fair, like with Persian, he definitely uses a shield to protect it. So like you have to just like So wait, shit, her Machamp, does it know bullet punch or does it know counter?
It knows bullet punch and
No, change it. Yeah, it has to change the counter. If you want it to counter, if you want it against Persian, you need counter. Like you need that. You can't
which is
use
what I
anything
told
else.
her. Which is why I told her change bullet punch to counter and make dynamic punch close combat because close combat's faster to get charged out. Like just do that and you'll be fine. Bruh, Tan. These cryptic seals, I have to do it one more time, and then
For what?
Well, a couple more times to get this goddamn armor.
What's the armor?
It's the Kieran armor. It's literally for Eureka only.
Oh, that
literally
shit.
its
Yeah.
only purpose.
Why do you need that?
I ain't doing that.
You don't really need that.
I ain't doing that unless like we doing it for Harold or Jay or something.
What are you talking about?
If you guys do BA one day.